Are you looking to lose weight? Are you on a diet or have tried many different diets before? Are you worried and concerned about your body image, your body weight, and all that stuff, and you get emotional with different foods? Well, I understand in a very deep, energetic way, as I've been on a very deep search myself and going through different fasting and putting myself in different situations to understand on a deeper level. And through fasting and through training and mentoring, I've learned so much in how our emotions can affect our eating and our self-esteem and our self-image, that these things play a larger role than what we may think, that it's not just about finding what is right and what is wrong to eat, when in reality that can cause a lot of harm if we get stuck in this duality sense of identifying things as this and that, when in the reality of it is that everything is neutral in itself, that everything has yin and yang inside of it. It's a balance, and so the question is what proportions are present at what time and what season. There's different times and there's different seasons as well too. So we want to be able to help people get out of this idea of looking for a diet, and to be able to provide other options and other solutions to be able to broaden the perspective and the awareness of what's available in this moment. There's a lot of things we have to be very careful, where we can get stuck in life, where we can get stuck in appearances, when the power is inside of us, when there could be other factors that are contributing to the failure of one's attempt at a diet, if they're not playing into account the emotions, the thoughts, how does one feel as well, that too, the body type is there. There's so many different things, and also the ever-changingness of form in itself, that the whole part is to be able to learn to love yourself no matter what. That's what this is all about. So especially women, there's a lot of social pressure in being able to look a certain way, and to be able to act a certain way and all this stuff, and to fit into this particular mold and be this type of woman, when maybe that's not you. And that's what life is about, and that's the beauty of living in this today's world, is that we have the opportunity where there's so many examples of success. So we have to be careful that we're not rubbed the wrong way, that we're taking care of what's inside of us. We're mending that inside of us. We're doing our spiritual work, and we're acknowledging, we're understanding when we're being critical. We understand that when we're starting to feel jealous, when we're starting to feel hatred or anger or those types of things, because then those are going to distort our reality. They're going to distort our attraction, and then we're going to be attracting that back inside of ourselves. And so when we have that in our experience, it's a great opportunity to be able to heal that inside of ourselves, regardless of whether it's present inside of ourselves or not, but to be able to heal that, or to be able to offer and provide a whole healing space for that in itself, because everything is connected. So as we change inside of ourselves, everything else changes. And as we build that happiness inside of ourselves, as we build that enjoyment, we start to build our relationship with food. We start to enjoy food as well too. How much is this a thing as well too in today's time, where we're not really giving ourselves adequate time and space to be able to enjoy the food, or we're eating in a hurry, or we're eating out of judgment, and there's all of this judgment of all this food in today's world. Even where we have like this whole organic and non-organic and traditional, and we know that we use these chemicals and all this stuff, but it makes it more affordable and more accessible, and so it's like, well, where's the balance? How can we find the balance where we're not being too critical, we're not being too judgmental, but we're also being mindful and aware of all the chemicals and we're not destroying the planet? So where is that balance inside of ourselves? These are some ideas. These are some helpful suggestions to be able to see different ways in how you can approach what you're looking for in life, and to understand that there is a way, there is a solution inside of yourself. And when you feel frustrated and you continue to feel those feelings, that's what's putting you down a dead-end road. That's what's making it more difficult with diets and different things, because it's like you're expecting these things to work, but everybody is different, and finding out what works for you. And maybe there's a lot of different things that are in the equation that we're not aware of. The reality is we're all figuring this out. Nobody knows everything. Like, we don't have it all figured out. We've been changing our worldview throughout known human history, and we're continuing to change our worldview as we keep an open mind and see and seek deeper ways of understanding life and connecting the dots. So I hope this helps you in being able to think in a different way, and maybe open up some doors that you didn't have open before, that can help you make change inside of yourself. Because that's one of the things that this really comes down to, is building momentum inside of your life and building change inside of your life, feeling that it is possible, that you are capable, and moving towards wherever you are in your life, identifying where you are and making a step forward inside your life. Okay, so maybe you're overweight, and that's okay, and being able to identify where you are without putting yourself down, and understanding that you might be in a deficit, understanding what a weight deficit is, understanding what a debt deficit is, and understanding that those are holes in a different way. So it's going to take a lot of effort, it's going to take a lot of motivation, it's going to take a lot of things to be able to change. And not only that, but it also the importance of changing, understanding that there's momentum. And so as we really buckle down and just take care of this, and we're just gonna, whatever, we're gonna stay up for so many days, and we're just going to get this done, so then we can start to create new momentum inside of our life and make things easier for ourselves down the road by making the necessary sacrifices right now, so that we can change the momentum in our life. Because momentum is a very big wonderful thing in the world. Some say it's a wonder of the world, a great wonder, and how things build, how this force can build through consistency, day in and day out. And that's what we have to be careful. That's what's kind of going on in this world, is that we've created so many habits that we're unaware of. So there's so much damage and harm that's being created without even knowing how or why. So it's important to be able to look inside yourself, to breathe, to understand that we have gotten to where we are by what we've been thinking. So if we continue to think what we're thinking, how are we going to change where we are? We have to change our thinking. We have to take a look into the mirror, and to be able to change our attitudes, change our feeling tones. And as we do that, we can change our reality. And dieting, losing weight, all of this, we also need to look at loving ourselves and forgiving ourselves, because there's a lot of social pressure, and there's a lot of things that create the pressure to do this, to do that, when life is to be enjoyed. Life is beautiful, and who says that you have to look a certain way? The body changes a lot throughout its life. So the question is, are you going to see its beauty? Because what you see, what you focus on, expands and grows. So what do you want to grow in your reality?